How to become a bookmaker is, well, first of all, if you want to be, first of all, you got to have a bankroll. That's number one. You got to have a bankroll to overcome a loss, right? You got to have a bank because you're going to take it on the chin once in a while. You got to be able to get up off the canvas and keep fighting, right? So you got to have a bankroll and you got to have volume. So you got to have volume because you can't have all one-sided action. You got to have volume. You can't have everything on one game. You got to have a lot of volume. So how do you get volume? To get volume is you need a lot of customers. How do you get a lot of customers? You get a lot of runners. Don't forget, a half sheet, it ain't costing you nothing. You're a runner. It doesn't cost you anything. Even when you lose, it doesn't cost you anything. You go in the red. So then you make it up as you go. You never have to. The only time it costs you money is if you can't collect the money that's owed. Then it's your responsibility. You're the runner. Because I don't want to know who your customers are. I'm the bookmaker. I'm running I'm paying all the expenses. You know, it costs money to run an office. I'm paying clerks. I'm paying rents. I'm paying electric bills. I'm paying phone bills. You know, it's costing me money to run the office. So your responsibility is, I don't want to know who your 15 customers are. I don't give a fuck who your customers are. I give a fuck that they listen. You have to bring me X amount of dollars on Monday. You got to go get the money. So the runner is responsible. So what you want to do is you want to get runners. You want to get a lot of runners and you want to control the bets. And so through the runners, you get volume because the runners have the customers. So the more runners you have, the more customers you have, the more volume you have, and the more the bets are spread out. Bookmaking is all about the VIG. Even Vegas will tell you this. At the end of the year, so in other words, if you want to make a bet, if I want to bet $100 today, Kansas City is playing at 4 o'clock, right? Kansas City is playing today, right? At 4 o'clock, right? So they're playing Denver, right? The Denver Broncos. So now if I want to bet Kansas City today, if I want to bet $100 on Kansas City, I got to bet 110 to win 100, right? I got to put in $10 VIG, right? Even today, legitimately, it's still the same way as a bookmaker. They stole everything, but we'll get into that. Even the VIG they stole, right? So now, at the end of the year, the bookmaker, all they're supposed to wind up with is all the VIG. They're supposed to, everything's supposed to spray in the middle. You know, you understand what I'm saying? The wins and the law, everything, if everything breaks in the middle, the bookmaker takes down all the VIG, which is astronomical amounts of money. So at the end of the year, I'm supposed to wind up with all the VIG. Most of the time I wind up with more than that. Like I just read an article the other day that the bookmakers with all these apps now, so far this year, they're ahead $72 million. 72 Caesars, all these legalized bookmaking things now. This year in 2021, at the end of this, they're ahead going into today, this weekend, the NFL season, just the NFL season, this year's NFL season, minus the 18th game, which is today and tomorrow, they're already ahead $72 million. And none of them are going to go to jail.